Hi everyone, this is Mark from Brave Auto International in Japan. We're looking at a 1999 Toyota MR2 GTS. Before I go for the road test, what I'll do is a walk around and point out some things about the car. Not interested in that, skip forward and you'll get to the road test. Okay, I don't know if you know much about your MR2s, but 1999 was the last year of production of this model, which is your SW20. It's the classic MR2, which ran from 1989 all the way up to 99. Okay, they changed a couple of things throughout. Tail lights here, this panel. Okay, they changed in 93. It was 97 or 98. They got the adjustable rear spoiler. And just the last of them. Okay, this one's fairly special in another aspect, the colour. Okay, it's the factory colour is dark purple mica, and it's one of the best looking colours you'll ever see, I reckon anyway. It's a kind of a metallic-y purpley blue, and it depends what the light's like on what it will look like to you. It may look different through the camera here, but trust me, in real life this is absolutely gorgeous, this colour. Okay, I bought it out of auction for stock. I had a customer who was on it as well. He had a budget of 800,000, which you'd never buy it in your wildest dreams for that, and I bought it for stock. So the only reason I bought it was because of the colour and 99, and just a nice car, looks good with the aftermarket alloys. Okay, the alloys. It's got 17-inch Rays Vox Racing alloys, which look fairly new to me. They're kind of like a metallic grey here and shadow chrome here, and it's got virtually almost new tyres on it. Okay, the fronts are 215 40 17s. If you just pop down to the back here, the rear are 23, I think 235. Where is there? 235 40 17s. Okay, the alloys, like I say, just absolutely clean, and I don't know if you can see through the camera there or not. There's all your stickers, on the alloys when they come from the factory. It has what sizes they are and that, and the alloys are clean and tidy inside, not all dusty or anything. So like I say, I think the alloys and the tyres are fairly new. The last owner was a little bit I don't know, anal I suppose, and cleaned his alloys on the inside. So I'll just go around, see if you can see the colour of it. Okay, being the later model, it has the white indicators at the front and side light. Obviously, I was talking about the adjustable rear spoiler, and the rear spoiler on these is actually adjustable. Take this plate off, and there's 2 screws or 2 bolts in there. Undo them, obviously do the other end as well, and you can actually twist the spoiler. Okay, MR2 turbos all have the higher air vents here. Okay, otherwise in the body they're identical to the non-turbo. Okay, obviously the turbo has a little plaque down there saying turbo, but when you're sort of looking at them, one way to tell straight away is if it's got this, it's a turbo. However, some guys do change that and put it on a non-turbo, but otherwise you cannot tell the difference between a non-turbo and a turbo, except the turbos go a lot better. Okay. Okay. They are very... I'm going to take for a drive in a minute anyway, and I'll tell you as we're driving along about it. I love them. They're super, super quick. Okay, the interior on them is basically identical from 1989 until now. Okay, just certain things were added over the years, like chrome kick plate. Okay, red stitching steering wheel. You got red stitching on the gear lever leather boot. And this model, the 99s, I think the late 98s as well, they're around the gauges, it's red. Okay, you can see that. But otherwise your interior is identical all the way through. Okay, you get two specs. You get a GT and you get a GTS. Basically the GT has half leather and half suede trim. It'll have folding electric mirrors, whereas the GTS only has just electric mirrors which aren't folding. I think the GT has different shock absorbers, but the horsepower and gearbox and all that's identical between them. A lot of people think the GT's the super duper quicker one, but it's actually not. The GTS is, because the GTS is actually a little bit lighter. Okay, it's got a turbo timer there. I don't know if I mentioned it's done 114,000 Ks, which is not low, but it's had the cam belt done, so it's a bonus. Okay, we'll fire it up, and it's got ABS as well. And we'll have a look at some of the engine bay and all that in the boot. Okay, to open the boot, or the engine lid, sorry, it's actually down here. See it there? Okay. And then obviously the trunks here and all that. Okay, we'll start with the front. Okay, you got a little bit of storage. Obviously there's no engine in here. Really clean and tidy in here. And if you're ever looking for the ID plate for these, it's actually right, the camera to go up, it's right there. Okay, we'll just drop that down. Okay, in the boot, nothing special. You might fit some golf clubs in there if you're lucky, or a very small person, whichever. Okay, before I close the boot lid, I'll show you a trick here. With your MR2 turbos, the engine lid weighs a little bit more than the non-turbo, so when you pull the lever, it doesn't pop up, it still stays flush. Okay, and a lot of people are like this, you know, trying to get their fingers in here and trying to pull it up by this, which is not easy to do. Okay, what you do is just open the boot at the same time, so pull both levers, lift the boot and put your fingers there. Okay, now just put the boot back down, and as you can see, you got it up a little bit now. Okay, you can open it up. Just get these stay down. Okay, it's nice and clean in here. Some fancy blue spark plug leads. Don't know if you can see here, but with the vents, the water can actually come down onto that side. It runs off and runs down this side. Okay, so it's not dribbling on top of the engine all the time when it rains. Cam belt's been done, sticker there. Give it a couple of revs. So yeah, nice car. Okay, I'll hook the camera up, put the dealer plate on it, and we'll take it for a test drive. Okay, I'll just put this back up and put your engine lid down. All you do is bring it down about that far, just let it go. Okay. Never push down on panels. Whenever you push down on panels, you've got a good chance of putting very fine dents. Okay everyone, we'll get underway. It's coming up 5 o'clock, so it's starting to get a little bit dark now. Okay, during the road test what I'm doing is just making sure the gearbox is right, especially your MR2s as well. You need to make sure the synchros are okay between second and third, and just making sure everything else, you know, is boosting as it should and performs as it should. The clutch pedal in this is pretty close to the floor. Probably got about 2 inches, about that far, and then it bites when you come off the floor. So you know, it might be on its way out, but we'll see it in a minute anyway. I'll give it some bursts, and I'll get a bit of heat into the clutch plate, and just see if it slips. You might be able to see this in the camera. It's the microphone, so just trying it there to see if it picks up any better or not. The GoPro mics are absolutely useless, and I bought the new Hero 5 as well because they said, you know, their microphone on it's been improved, but trust me, it's useless as well. Okay, and the Hero 5's a pain in the butt because none of the brackets fit for mounting it, none of the gimbals work. It doesn't have a USB slot, it has a C USB, which is different. So I bought 3 GoPro 5s for the road tests, and I got rid of them all. And I bought 3 GoPro Silvers, 4 Silvers, which was what I was using before. Because the GoPro Silver is heaps better than the 5 anyway, I think, personally. The 5's a little bit better on the menu, and I'm not interested in recording in 4K. These are just road test videos, you know, of the vehicle, testing the video. They're not reviews of, I'm not doing reviews of cars or anything. It's just road testing this vehicle. So yeah, so it doesn't need to be fancy 4K or anything like that. Anyway, so yeah, so I was just trying this mic with the GoPro Hero 4 Silver, just to see what it's like. Just waiting for the car to come up a little bit in temp before I start giving it a bit of power. Headlights up. The good thing with this is the cam belt's been changed recently as well. I don't know if you know much about your Toyota 4-cylinder 2-litre engines. It is critical around 100,000 Ks that you do the cam belt on them, or even close to that, because they're famous for snapping. So normally if I have an MR2 or a sleeker GT4 that's 80,000 Ks, 15 years old or whatever, and I got no proof of the cam belts being changed, I hardly push the car at all because I'm too worried the belt could snap. And then obviously I advise the customer, you know, you need to change the belt in the car when you get it. Don't don't import the car, get in it and go and show all your friends on how quick it is, because it may end in tears. Some customers ask us if we can do the belt here, and we can, but you're better off doing the belt when you receive the car, because you're starting a service history locally, then, you know, belt being done, etc. So when you're selling the car later on, the person can ring the local shop and say, look, did you have this MR2 in there? Did you do the cam belt? And they'll say yes. If we do the cam belt, or arrange to have the cam belt done, you know, you're talking about an overseas company, and although we would definitely do it, it's the next person that's buying the car off you may not believe that it was done, you know. So, but anyway, this one's been done, so I will, when I get around the corner up here, I'll just push it a little bit, see what it, see if I can get the clutch to slip. I don't think it's gonna slip, actually. It doesn't. Third, make sure there's no crunch. Brakes feel alright. Normally this is where I'll get it to slip. It's fine. So forget about the clutch. It's just close to the floor, that's all, but it's not slipping. But don't get me wrong, when I say close to the floor, it's not on the floor, it's about 2 inches off. Feels good. You might hear a bit of wind noise on the mic here. It's just the GoPro camera on the roof. I can hear the wind going around it. Yeah, clutch is fine, eh? So, the funny thing is, I already know all this, because when the car arrived from the auction, I went and did all, you know, a test drive then. So, I already know. I just repeating what I did before, kind of, just for the YouTube channel, that's all, or for this video. But normally what we do is, when the vehicle gets dropped off, normally that day, plates are put on it, and we go for about 15k drive, just to make sure everything's right. So, this is yeah, this is good drive actually. Gearbox, really nice. Love the MR2 box. Just love the, I don't know if you can see in the camera, just the height of it. Your hand sits here and you're just moving like that. Always had a soft spot for these. Okay, coming back up to the office. Okay, so that was your MR2. Nice car, really nice. Whoever buys this is going to be really pleased. Okay, that was Mark from Brave Auto, and I'll see you next time. See you later, guys.